Hello, welcome to the Mobile Esports Arena Invitationals. Oh my god, this is so exciting. Invitationals is finally up and running. This is the first day, guys. This is for ESGS 2017 that's going to be held at October 27 to 29 at MoA SMX Arena. So it's gonna be a very big, a very grand event that you've all been waiting for.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so just a bit of a background about Mobile Esports Arena Invitationals or MeSA Invitationals. It will feature 8 teams and 7 from them will come from the qualifiers and 1 wildcard team that will be determined at the live tournament at ESGS Day 2 on October 28th. So basically this tournament is the qualifiers, and then we will have the wild card at the second day. So you can go into the booth at October 28 and just be there and compete and qualify. On the day they will pick you if you win. And yeah, so another reminder is that this tournament will only cater to 1 team per organization. So if 1 team qualifies, they will be also required to attend a photo or video shoot to be scheduled the week after they qualify. So for those who will qualify today, next week you have to attend a photo or a video shoot. Okay, so non-attendance will forfeit their qualification to the MeSA Invitational. So you have to be there, and you know it's quite fabulous that you're gonna have like
it's
photo shoot
as a gamer.
As a gamer. My dream esports dream come true, and it's for a very big event at MoA SMX. Anyway, yeah. Next is reminder just for today. We will have a very generous invitation from Mobile Esports Arena because we will be giving out 2 invitationals. So if you qualify as top 2, automatically you'll be invited you'll attend.
You don't even have to
the
win
grand event. You don't even have to win the finals. You just have to qualify for top 2.
But moving forward, right now we have our first match that will be streamed. That is EQuest versus Empire 1.
Yeah. So can you please give us like the lineup for the teams?
We have for EQuest, we have Sinova, Slanning, Exceed, and Get Wrecked Dude.
Get Wrecked Dude! Well, I'm anticipating so many puns later on.
And for Empire 1, we have Twisted Fate, Adrax Palace, and Green.
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 This is like a pain.
Looking at the tier of these players, it's really high tier. These guys are like POA and above. So I expect
high tier play.
I really expect that high level of gameplay as we watch it.
I'm also expecting it. I hope that we won't be disappointed today. Yeah. So moving on. Let's go into the draft. Are you ready?
Of course.
Yes. Time for the draft. Draft match. Draft match again. Yeah, in the meanwhile, you are watching now on Twitch, so please give us a like or subscribe to our Twitch page. You can visit us at twitch.tv/MeSA official. And by the way, for the rules of the tournament, you can just visit the Facebook page, official Facebook page of Mobile Esports Arena. It's fb.com/Mobile Esports Arena. Isn't that quite obvious?
Now we are actually entering the draft.
Okay, let's go into the draft. Draft match.
Now we see here, it's like
animation now.
We always see this ban. it's not even surprising anymore these days. To find an Idris ban.
And Catherine. Yeah, if not Idris, then it will be a Baron or a Catherine.
If there was one hero that would represent SEA, it would be Idris. That's like ultimate comfort pick for C players.
Yeah, it's like bye-bye Sky now.
Yeah.
It used to be like C players love Sky. Now Sky has been totally nerfed and Sky players cry out loud.
And if there was one roam that would define C, it will be Catherine. I guess this applies for everyone. Yeah. That's why Empire 1 actually bans Catherine here, a comfort pick for almost all roams in C.
Yeah. Catherine, because of how viable the Merciless Pursuit and Black Feather. Also, ever since Catherine has been upgraded with +2 shield every time the Merciless Pursuit is able to connect with the
Actually, the
stun.
draft, hold on, the draft is going on really fast right now. I mean,
Oh.
if you can't have Catherine, you either have a Grace or a Lyra.
Lyra,
That's like
definitely.
both teams have it on their teams.
So Baron will be making through.
I mean, Baron
And a
here is
Black
really
Feather.
good pickup. I mean, Ataka for Empire 1 is a really good pickup against the Baron.
Early game, yes.
Yeah, early game. Even late game, it could apply. I mean, you have a Lyra, you penetrate, and deep inside, and then pass Grace and Black Feather.
Well, for Adrax Palace on Taka, I think I'm expecting that he would rotate early on because you know you can't really let a Baron just farm in lane.
I mean, we've seen Baron back in VG8, and the best way to counter Baron is actually just invade the lane as much as you can.
Yeah,
And if you don't find him in lane, he's probably in the jungle, and that's where you go next.
But you know the danger of having the Taka invade and failing the rotation or the visitation in lane is you leave the Black Feather to just farm it out. So you just have to balance when you visit.
Also, I mean, this Black Feather pickup is very good against Taka in the jungle. I mean, it's not gonna be easy for Taka to actually invade and steal some jungle minions there. I mean, well, here we're seeing a very interesting build-up from Equest here. I mean, they're not the standard let's go to the lane for the carry.
Yeah.
They're actually manning their jungles, preventing any invades. And there we go, Green actually is gonna scout them. I'm gonna find this.
Green just stole one out. That was a sneaky move. And I was wondering what
there, but he is gonna get caught up here. I mean, planning XC though, I mean, this is a very familiar playstyle. I mean, this is like what Brent Esports will do. They would usually engage the jungle first.
Yeah.
For Baron, and they would prioritize lane after.
Hold up, thought get wrecked, dude. Just tried to defend this one, but you know, it's very annoying.
I mean, in terms of late game, I mean, do you think? I mean, for me, Equest is really a strong late game, even early game.
I think so too, because you know you have a very tanky Black Feather and a very bursty Baron. We all know how Baron scales up into the late game. You really have to deny them the opportunity to farm, but then you have Glory Empire Wars with squishy heroes. I mean, you have the box who can sustain
Get
with
wrecked,
the
dude.
Lyra.
Taking so much damage here. This is the thing about Vox. I mean, I've seen Vox carry late game like really crazy. I mean, especially when he has a breaking point, even against a Baron.
But the question is, will he be able to survive the threat of the Black Feather late game? I mean, Baron is bursty. Why would you have a breaking point if you're gonna be bursted? So I'm opting for. I hope that Twisted Fate goes for the sustain, which is apparent in his build. See, he picked up an early Book of Eulogies and.
You think he's going for a Shiv or Serpent Mask? I mean, Shiv was really the thing back then, but it got nerfed.
A Shiv would do just for a bit of sustain. I'm not a fan of, but hold that thought. It's Nova in the jungle, and Adrax Palace just performed a wonderful invasion.
I mean, I was saying a while ago, I think my
and get wrecked, dude is there to rescue, and yeah, you're not gonna be stealing any more of those minions of ours, and yeah. Ajax Palace cactus away, but still persists on stealing from Zenova.
I guess in terms of poke, I mean, Taka and a BF, I mean, Taka would be more, his poke potential is much better early game. I mean, he can just Kaku whenever he wants. There he goes. Get wrecked, dude is gonna spot Adrax here. Standing
I'm not sure about the crystal poke for Taka. Will he be able to burst Baron that easily?
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, as I said, late game.
Yeah, with I'd rather go for weapon power because you really need that tanky and extra tankiness and sustain. Because I don't think that you'll be able to burst Baron, especially with the Grace. So all that Graces have to do is just stick to Baron, but another one of the invasions here of Adrax Palix, and Get Wrecked Dude just dives in, slows it out, but Green Graham and Adrax Palix to mobile for it. Meanwhile, Twisted Fate is just farming his heart out. So scoreboard is 0-1 in favor of Glory Empire Wars, but only a 2k goal difference.
I think we're gonna see like the standard box build from the previous patch. I mean, a Shiv and Tension Bow. I mean, a Tension Bow would really work well against Baron.
Would a question? Would Poison Shiv work against the Divine Intervention of Grace? I mean, it's channeling. I mean,
not so sure about that, but I guess it's a really good item. I mean, you have sustain heroes. I mean, Grace and Blackfeather. It's a really viable item, even though it's been nerfed. But the problem here, it's more counterproductive. I mean, you have Ataka who wants to do early to mid game. He wants to burst up. Meanwhile, you have Twisted Fate.
Yeah, Sinova trying to visit there. There's just some poking, and now this is just poke wars.
And again, like Twisted Fate is building for late game, so that's really gonna delay Adrax from actually being able to pick up early kills, because Twisted Fate will want to sit back and farm in the beginning.
But I rather think that Adrax Palix need to visit Baron, not Blackfeather. Because you know Baron already has Sorrow Blade in compared to Twisted Fate's Poison Shiv, so damage will be on the side of standing.
Actually, now he can, now that he hit level 6 with that X-Ret, so he can actually dive in. Let's see if he's actually gonna go for that, or actually be very passive and just farm in the late game.
So far, he's doing a good job.
He's doing a good job.
With Blackfeather leaving him. Oh, but Blackfeather or Zenova also has 30 CS despite of Adrax Palix's attempt to steal.
Yeah, actually, I mean, Zenova is almost done. I mean, 100 gold away from that Shattered Glass, and it's really gonna hurt, especially against a Vox here. But he has to be careful here. He might get spotted. There it goes. Adrax.
On Kaku.
Is he gonna go for it?
And wards out. The heal burst goes out, and Grace is just there with Green Graham, or their Green Graham is challenging Get Wrecked Dude.
I mean, the priority is for Green to hit level 6. I mean, they can't let this drag in the late game because they will lose against a Baron. They need Grim's ulti to actually...
Grim, let's call him Grim. Grim. Yeah, so far only 1k, no, actually 200 gold.
There you go, actually Vox picks up this Tension Bow. I mean, right now they can actually try to dive in. I mean, you have a Tension Bow and the X-Rat suit from Taka here.
I'm not really a fan of the Tension Bow Vox. It's because it's not that great of a damage. I mean, I'd rather have picked a Sorrow Blade rather than a Tension Bow.
Oh, actually, a very good one.
X-Rex in Adrax Palix, and wait for it, goes outstanding. XC jump jets away Adrax Palix, and the danger is about to die. Iron Cannon pops out, hits Grim Graham and Twisted Fate, but they survived that one. Adrax Palix now got away with the help of the Lyra. Sigil and Twisted Fate going 1v1. He wants Blackfeather, but Blackfeather just backs away, and now Adrax Palix on stealth. Get Wrecked Dude in position. He's looking for an engage, but Zenova will back out. Very intense fight, and there is the sustain from Lyra. Get Wrecked Dude comes in, but you know this low missed. And then, oh, it's a stealth mode for Adrax Palix, and Divine Intervention goes out slow, comes popping, and Sandin Exceed almost dies there.
I think both teams have problems in focusing on which target to go for.
I mean, you see the positioning of Twisted Fate. He clearly wanted Blackfeather because Blackfeather was about to die, but then Adrax Palix decided to Kaku out and just regain health instead of going all in.
Equazer had a really good position. I mean, Get Wrecked was in a really good position, but what they failed to do was actually capitalize on who to target.
Yeah.
I mean, it should have been Twisted Fate all along, but somehow they kind of focus on Adrax here. And the same thing for
and every time Adrax pops in the Kaku, they're confused now. Okay, where's the Vox? We're searching for the Vox.
And here also for Twisted Fate, I mean, you saw him focusing on Grace here. I mean, at some point, so he really has prioritized who he can pick. But let's see. I mean, the next clash. I mean, if they're able to do better with their clashes.
Yes, so Bulwark goes out, but just for a slow. Genova will visit the lane. Green Ram on position. Aggressive positioning in the bush. Atrax Palix gets spotted with a mine. And yeah, we're having a bit of a dalliance here. Let's see who will win this fight if there is an engage. Genova just missed it. And Twisted Fate will... No minions left! Oh, 1/4 damage from Genova.
The thing is, whenever Equus would... I mean, for Emperor 1, when they would choose to burst someone, it's so easy to counter with Grace Steal, Divine Intervention.
Yeah.
I mean, it cancels all those burst damage combined from Taka and Vox. Here goes...
Oh, they're forcing an engage here, and Blackfeather might just die here, but it was saved by the Divine Intervention, but Baron suffers for that. Wait for it, goes out. Twisted Fate dancing in Halcyon Fold. Bye-bye, Baron. Oh, and Holy Nova doesn't connect. Atrax Palix goes into Genova. Genova rows offensives away, and they clearly want this siege, and they are forcing it in. They're still at it.
Actually, there, as I said a while ago, I mean, when Emperor 1 would try to burst, I mean, Grace can easily deny it. That's why Genova got saved. But at the same time, they can easily shift their focus to Baron. So I guess this really demands Get Wrecked Dude to get an Echo. So he can heal both of them during the clash.
Yeah, definitely. Echo is a go-to item because if you use a Divine Intervention and the Echo, and then you have another Divine Intervention, and Echo's cooldown is fairly low. Actually, it's lower than the Fountain of Renewal. So you have that sustained all the time.
Actually, that's why I'm quite questioning. I mean, why pick an Atlas first before an Echo? I mean, you have Vox who's more of a burst kind of build. I mean, he doesn't even have the attack speed that other Vox have. So he could have went for an Echo instead, which will be more useful for his team rather than go for an Atlas.
So I think the pickup for the Atlas makes sense. It makes sense with the Vox having a bit of the burst for and the attack speed, but it's for the late game. But yeah, I kind of agree with you of having to pick the Echo first because Genova can easily burst Twisted Fate, so you just need to sustain your carries. And yeah, with Grace's Atlas Pauldron, I mean, she with Get Wrecked Dude's playstyle of having to go into Atrax Palix first, so Vox will easily evade the Atlas Pauldron with a Sonic Boom. So you have to really time it right. So I think Echo was a good pickup. Oh, but the passage has been popped, and Get Wrecked Dude is taking some damage.
I'm a bit confused about that.
Oh, Atrax, hold on. Atrax Palix goes and wait for it, also goes out, but they are just pressuring the lane here. Not much of an engagement. Look at the damage coming in from Baron. Sustain out from
Yeah, they
Lyra.
go back now.
Yes.
I have a feeling there that Green was too excited.
Oh, Get
my God.
Wrecked Dude wants Twisted Fate. Fountain has been
Oh, the Iron Cannon's gonna go down.
And almost killing Twisted Fate, but Grace dies instead at the hands of Vox. Atrax Palix and Twisted Fate sneaky at the brush. Oh, look at that. Was it a glitch? I thought it was a glitch. The missile Baron just went to the home base of Glory.
I think Green got too excited there. I mean,
yeah.
When he saw Get Wrecked Dude was there with Baron behind, he just initially went in for it.
Through Atrax Palix goes in. X-Retsu slow coming up from Dream, but unfortunately not enough to kill Genova with the Rose Offensive.
Again, I mean, Green, he has to pick his battles better. I mean, that was a bit forced. I mean, they got to pick a kill and Get Wrecked Dude, but they could have done better and actually close down, stun, and exceed fast. But that wasn't the case there. So I guess, I mean, Empire 1's doing really well, but I think I Green needs to, do better as a roam and an initiator.
Yeah, but they have to be very careful here because Baron Stand and Exceed already has a Tyrant's Monocle, the item that all Baron players are waiting for.
And again, we're entering the late game. I mean, he's gonna actually start to peak this Baron.
Yeah, it's a 0-3 in favor of Glory Empire Wars, but will they be able to keep the momentum up? So it was a surprise engage, Twisted Fate on the down low, and Blackfeather wants Twisted Fate. Oh, but will Blackfeather just died with a Stand-in Exit and get wrecked, dude. Just not there, and Baron jump jets to his death. Get wrecked, dude. I think it's a miscommunication with the team.
Actually,
it was very messy.
Also, I mean, get wrecked, dude should have went with Shinova there. I mean, he was left alone. I mean, they were watching him die.
And if they wanted to dive, they could all have done it because Baron has jump jets and Grace has Benediction and Blackfeather has Rose Offensive.
Although a bit questionable about this double Shattered Glass build. I mean, I would have went for a Broken Myth instead of going for a second Shattered Glass. I mean, maybe it's too much.
This poses the question of the C build before of double Broken Myth. Now they go for double Shattered Glass. Or what could have been better is like an Eve of Harvest for a bit of sustain. So
I mean, a double Shattered Glass, it will really work in a ranked match, a normal ranked match. I mean, but here you have people who actually build items, shield items, to deny you.
Hey, are you saying that they don't build shield items in rank? Maybe in low tier. Are you in low tier, Fang? No. No, I'm not.
Meanwhile, here you see actually Baron. I mean, they have to close down Baron more this time. Oh my god.
Jump jet.
He's recalling. Okay, he is recalling there. Meanwhile, Aatrox Aatrox, he might actually lose some steam later on. I mean, he only has
but they are taking the Kraken early on.
And that's what happens when you don't have any vision. I mean, Equest has no idea at all that they're doing the Kraken.
But will they feel? It's based on intuition. Where are
they? They're too late now.
They are. Yeah, but you'll see the Kraken move on the map. Oh, but it is an uncontested Kraken. First Kraken of Mobile Esports Arena Invitationals goes to Glory Empire.
And Sonova's gonna get caught here by Green here, and Twisted Fate will want to dive in.
On point myth and Twisted Fate just dancing.
And Aatrox picks up a Broken Myth first than Sonova here. I mean, again, Sonova, really questionable build here. I mean, he could have done better with a Broken Myth.
Well, in terms of drafting, I think Equest had a better draft, especially how C plays in the late game. But early pressure and maybe experience from Boy Empire Wars found. No, wait for it, goes out and they dive in Twisted Fate, catching up to Aatrox Palace and goes for Stand-in Exceed, but Stand-in Exceed.
He healed himself there.
He healed himself in front of them, and the Kraken just tearing apart that tower. Still a healthy Kraken, can take one more if they don't neutralize this threat.
Just focus on the turret right now. I mean, there's no point.
Maybe it's just distracting it. So Aatrox Palace helps the Kraken now. Kaku's away, so that Grace will miss his slow. And there is the heal and movement speed buff from Lyra the Sigil. And Kraken will go down in a few. There you go.
I guess it's
still Equest is still in the game.
Equest, I mean, they have the items. I mean, it's really the poor positioning that's really costing them the game.
Poor positioning.
Yeah, I mean.
And it's a 0-6.
I mean, you have a Baron here. I mean, he's well fed, but he's underutilized. I mean, he's not really utilizing Baron at its best.
Well, I think a Baron is just really being careful because you have Ataka and you don't have much vision around the map.
Also get wrecked, dude. I mean, he has to be in the front more. I mean, he's always at the back. So, I mean, he really has to step it up here if they want to have a chance. They actually catch Green here.
To no avail. They just like let Green be.
Again.
Positioning versus I'm quite surprised why the damage of the Baron is still low, but Ajax Palix goes in for the Baron, a bit of sustain coming from Grace 405 heal, and 1v1 with Ajax Palix and Baron. This clash is a messy one, and yeah, Black Feather will also go down. You saw what happened. I mean, you're a Grace. You have to. You're a roam. You're a roamer. You have to protect your carry. I mean, it was a 1v1 situation with Ajax Palix and Standing Exceed. I mean, you have that benediction to support Standing Exceed, but where was the support?
I mean, because I think they've been suffering and actually locking down a hero. I mean, for the longest time, they've tried to pin down Twisted Fate, but they failed to do so every time they tried. I guess they really don't have that kind of stick potential. I mean, Grace, she can only do so much to stick to to Twisted Fate. Meanwhile, Sinova has been missing that on point when he needs to actually hit it.
Yeah.
Because standing XC, the Baron, I mean, he really can't do anything unless you lock someone down, right?
Yes.
So that's a bit of a problem there.
Well, it was a bit of a disappointing match because the skills, or I mean, the draft was not really utilized as much as we expected. But you know, I think with this loss, they will be fighting for it harder. So we'll be expecting a better match. I hope so. This game, next game. So let's go into game 2.
I guess they have to, if they want to play Baron again, I mean, they have to go for someone like, who do you think? Who should, like, a very sticky hero, I mean?
Well, actually Grace was really good, a really good combination with Baron. Since Lyra was taken off the table, I think you have Catherine left, or
but
a Fortress.
They banned Catherine, and
yeah.
Here, again, they banned Catherine here.
But you know, they had Grace. It's really a good combination with the Baron because it can also get tuned with the mobility of the Baron with the jump jet because Grace has the benediction. So I'm wondering why they are so scattered there.
And again, they are gonna prioritize this Lyra.
And we're gonna see a Finn.
Well, I was just saying, which hero would stick?
Finn with
Finn.
Baron. I don't think if
no, they're actually going for the box. I mean, this works well. If they can pull it off, I mean, this is an old meta. They pick
Idris
and comfort pick with a Lyra.
Yeah. But you know, this is like a single ban, so there's not much strategy going on here.
They're countering Finn very well with a Scarf here.
Scarf is very good, yeah.
Or a Celeste.
With a single draft, I mean, you just have to take the most what do you call this?
Swap
the most
heroes.
Threat.
But again, you've been
highest threat that you have on your team.
You've been looking for this hero, right? I mean, Sky finally back in the fold here.
Well, I'm not too sure about the Sky though because you have the Idris and you have the Scarf. I mean, who can out-focus?
I mean,
maybe a Celeste or a Samuel, but a Sky, not so sure about that because Idris will be on the front line.
Well, I think Sky was picked to compete against Scarf here, man. But again, they forgot to consider there is an Idris here.
Yeah, that's what I said. What I said.
But again, let's see. I mean, if Idris is able to play Idris as we, expect.
With our expectations, it's better if we not expect.
Yeah, like
to avoid
we want to see like
just like love.
You want to see like a Spag Idris.
Oh my God.
Those kind of Idris.
Well, I don't think that. I mean, Spag is number 1 for me. Idris, but let's see how this Idris will fare out in this match 2 of Mobile Esports Arena Invitationals.
I mean, again, I really like this strategy from Empire 1. I mean, both your jungler and your carry going in the jungle. So you could actually clear the jungle faster. I mean, this
another Grim Green always doing that with the Lyra, just disrupting and delaying any farming done by Get Wrecked Dude.
Yeah, she's
Get
very
Wrecked
good.
Dude are really low there.
Yeah, I mean this allows Ampere 1 to clear the jungle faster, which would mean that they could recall first and buy the items.
Oh, and then here comes Twisted Fate.
I mean they're putting so much pressure
Dragon's
right now
Breath
here.
on.
Surprisingly.
Zenova is peeling in. Forward barrage comes out. Doesn't hit anyone.
Again, I mean, so much time wasted for Equest here. I mean, it's a very good play from Empire 1. Sharing the jungle and Lyra actually distracting them in their own jungle.
Yeah. With the early pug potential, I mean, I have to give it to Glory and High Wars because Finn is really slow. He can be a bit tanky, but there's only to a point that he can sustain much damage. And well, late game he can be ignored.
There goes Sinova though. I mean, I think for Sinova, I mean, he has to hit level 6 as fast as he can. That means actually going to the jungle, getting some minions.
Grim almost
He's
died.
almost gonna die.
Oh!
Actually
Good
picks
kill.
Sinova. I mean, it's quite disappointing to
Wow,
actually get
I didn't see.
easily. I think it was more of the bounce.
Oh!
Standing
So
XC.
the
It's like-
echo. Okay. The bounce. Okay, and then Twisted Fate just clearing up the jungle. I mean, he was still at almost 1 for health.
Yeah,
How did
that could qualify as like the lamest death.
Oh, I died. Lamest death.
Meanwhile, here's Twisted Fate trying to look for standing exceed here, but he's gonna recall instead.
Oh,
Actually, he's gonna get caught here.
Missed that one. Standing exceed in the box. So that's what's good with Vox against Scarf. Since Vox really likes to cha-cha or to do the salsa in Halcyon Fold, he can easily evade Spitfire.
Meanwhile, here, Sinova actually picking up an early minion candy here. That means they have their intentions to push as early as they can here.
Minion candy.
Yeah, I mean, also the minion candy is used to actually deny Empire 1 with minions. I mean, this would really force the minions all the way to the turret.
I'm not a fan of minion candy unless you are pushing down to the turret because how minion candy is like 50 gold, and then like it's a huge amount to if you're rushing your fountain over no wall. If you have 2 minion candies, then that's automatically 100 gold.
Your Scarf actually tries to get it here.
Oh,
that burned though.
Burn!
That looks like Viserion from Game of Thrones with a blue ice dragon now.
Oh, poor Viserion. Anyway, Starskin OP. Starskin should be called Viserion.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, but I think by this time Sky or Get Wrecked Dude should have rotated at least once in the lane.
But what do you think about this? I mean, Adrax actually prioritizes this tension bow. I mean, is it the right item to go for early game?
With Idris, you usually build a Sorrow Blade to open up your divergent path.
Yeah, I mean, he has so much time to actually farm in jungle. There's no pressure coming from Equest. So I guess this isn't the best item for him to pick. But let's see, I mean, he's still doing a great job farming. He has a lot of time. I mean, he's 54 CS. And we're just entering the 5th minute here.
Well, it can be good because the tension bow with the chakram of Idris will hurt as much, but there is just another visitation from Scarf, Viserion, again. And yeah, this is a very slow game. They're all waiting for late game.
Yeah, they are. I mean, but early game, I
bit of
mean,
lag.
both Scarf and Sky can actually, capitalize in their early game potential here. But I guess both teams wants to keep it safe. I mean, last game we saw it. It's a very low kill death ratio.
Yeah. They're really playing it safe.
It doesn't feel like C, right?
Yeah, I guess if you have a grand event and you really want to be in, you don't take risks. You play as well as you can, as safe as you can. But risks pay off too.
Actually, Twisted Fate picks up a Frostburn here. I mean, this is really good against
Really good,
Finn.
yeah.
I mean, he's gonna be as slow as possible.
But active passive. That he cannot be affected with any crowd control.
Yeah.
So I guess the Frostburn will just have to.
But he's actually dropping really low here. I mean, almost 30% left from him. Well, it's a bit lagging, but I mean, I guess that's the effect of the Frostburn. It's really slow right now, but then again, I mean, standing Exceed with a Shiv. I don't think Shiv is the best item though. I mean, against this kind of lineup, I mean.
Well, I mean, I understand why Stand-in Exceed got the Poison Shiv because you have Lyra, so he just wanted to minimize the healing that they will get from Lyra. Zinova was hit with a Spitfire, almost dies there.
He just could have
used the boots. He actually used the boots. Spin is so slow. I mean, he's the perfect target for the Spitfire and the group because he's so slow. He was forced to use the boots just to survive.
You know what, here in Get Wrecked, dude, actually, I mean, he's not pushing and pressuring enough as a Sky here. I mean, you see Sky pressuring enemy heroes.
I told you! Because of the damage. The damage of Sky is not as great as it was. And you know, you have to have that target.
I mean, Ajax dealing so much damage against standing Exceed here.
It was a near-death experience for Ajax. So, Vox will have a hard time late game with Ajax Palix, but you know, there's a debate that usually goes with who counters who. Is it Idris counters Vox or Vox counters Idris?
What do you think of this? I mean, well, actually, hold that thought first. I mean, Zinova going
Twisted
really
Fate.
low.
Poking and missed that one. Sending Exceed in a very aggressive positioning. Sky at the back trying to poke, but misses all that forward barrage. The damage of Sky. The Ajax Palix now looking to poke. Yeah, but they back away.
I mean, I was saying, I mean, what do you think
just
of this?
Some pressure.
This itemization of Ajax. I mean, you have a tension bow, but he's actually looking to build a Serpent Master. I mean, that's kind of counterproductive. I mean, if you went for a tension bow, that means you're going for damage. So you would have opted for a Sorrow Blade.
Yeah, I'm really not so sure because, you know, Sorrow Blade, Idris, all the way.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about this pick.
Why are you going to build, I mean, the question is, why are you going to build Sustain when you can burst Vox or Sky easily? I mean, with just some bit of sidestep and
and yeah, I mean,
Shimmer Strike,
the Sustain damage is gonna come from Scarf. I mean, Scarf's sustain damage is so huge.
And the burst should come from Idris, but then I think they're looking. Oh, and there goes the Sorrow Blade.
Oh, actually, finally, for a Sorrow Blade. I mean, I think that item is for a Shiv.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you're watching Mobile Esports Arena qualifiers for the Invitationals at ESGS. It's gonna be on October 27 to 29. So, SNX Mobile Arena, all those who will qualify will be invited. Anyway, and back to the game. Just a little bit of dalliance again in the lane. Standing Exceed taking significant poke for Green Gram.
I want to see
a sustained Vox.
I want to see some hook plays now.
Hook plays. We'll be expecting some hook plays.
But it's a very good for Green. I mean, an early Crucible pickup, just to actually block all those, you know, possible hooks from Zinova here.
Oh, and Ajax Pals with a Shimmer Strike and Divine Blocking from Green Gren. Block that force accord. Really good. It was on point.
Yeah, he was waiting for it for that exact moment. Meanwhile, they want to
get. But Vox really did not wait for it.
Yeah. Puns.
The puns. Yeah. And now.
Meanwhile, here it feels like Sky is a ghost here.
Non-existent.
Is non-existent.
Jungler non-existent. Jungler Mia. Missing in action. Oh, wait for it. Goes out. He really did not wait for it because the pin was still catching up. Ajax Palix about to die, but Fountain goes up. Oh, Dragon's Breath has been cast. Standing Exceed. Just dies and death from above. Goes out just for zoning. And forward barrage comes out. And the goop hits with a bit of poking. And Twisted Fate looking for a good position to poke. And another Spitfire that one. Dude, they will back away and go home.
Get wrecked a bit late there. A bit late for a backup there. I mean, he was too late.
Yeah.
And he...
Vox did not wait for it because Finn was so slow.
And again, I mean, they're not capitalizing on their draft. I mean, the Sky here has so much potential. Also with Finn, I mean, I can understand though. I mean, Finn's not really the... He's not really the meta hero for roams for this patch.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good when you're tanking damage, but you really have to consider that if you miss that hook, what will you have? The Quibble. But Finn is so slow.
I mean, you have the Quibble against an Idris. I mean, it's gonna be so hard to target Idris for your Quibble.
And
there.
the only thing that you'll be able to do with a team fight to catch up with this guy and the Vox is either to force the court or you boot in, and then something like a company. So I don't think yeah, Finn is very good if and only if you play it effectively.
But again, I mean, both teams actually just picking one field each here. Meanwhile, Get Wrecked dude actually, he's a bit delayed in farming. I mean, he's gonna go for a broken mid, but he's still not finished in it. I mean, even if it's the 12th minute already.
This is really good with Twisted Fate picking up that Eve of Harvest. Can outpoke and sustain against a Sky.
Yeah, either Vox or Sky.
Sky.
He's gonna be able to deal with his two heroes.
Yeah.
And that's like just the start. I mean, you have an Idris here who can actually close everyone down.
And Ajax Power is looking to finish. What is that? A poison shift too, right? And poke, look at that poke from this guy. Basically no damage at all.
I know, right?
told you, this guy nerve is so sad. I cry. Maybe it's one good advice that you'll take from the casters of Mobile Esports Arena to not pick Sky because you can have more damage potential. But the Quibble hits Ajax Power and force a cord. Just hit and get the dude in position. He wants that scarf, but both of his teammates are already gone, and one more hit from Twisted.
You know what
Fate.
Ecos could have done differently here? They could have actually went for that EA Sky that we've been seeing, Weapon Power Sky.
Yeah, Weapon Power Sky would be good.
Yeah, and you could have actually tried at least to go for a CT Vox here. I mean, for me that would work.
Oh,
that would work
yeah,
better.
That hurts.
That would work better.
Yeah, that hurts because you will rely on the bounce
and especially
to damage that scarf.
I mean, especially also against an Idris. I mean, you really don't know where the Idris is going, but when you have that bounce, I mean, it's gonna be easy for you. So
and plus damage to Scarf. I mean, Scarf is basically unreachable right now. So you're relying on the bounce, and it hurts a lot.
So I think that if they could have shifted it like a Weapon Power Sky, I mean, they could have actually had a huge chance in the late game. Because right now we're in the late game.
They're really playing very traditional.
Yeah, traditional. But I guess, I mean, they really can't do anything at this point. I mean, Sinova underperforming as a room here. I mean, I don't really feel like it's Finn that they're dealing with.
It was a good hook, but hold that thought. Ajax Palix goes into Vox. Vox is dying. Oh, but he just... Oh, but Idris just Shimmer strikes in. And Zinova just feel Ajax. Oh, Get Wrecked dude also goes down. And Zinova just stood there. Just stood there, lost all hope.
I mean, Sunny Exceed can't really do anything against Ajax, who has his own Atlas.
Well,
I mean, they're just gonna go all the way here and get one more turret.
One more turret and potentially the Kraken, and then it's the game for them. So what can you say about this map?
Well, I guess, I mean, for, Equus, I mean, there's very little chance for them to actually turn the game around. I mean, look at the goal difference. I mean, it's... once it hits a 10k goal difference, I mean, that's the end of it.
The point of no return.
Point of no return.
Yes,
man. Right now, look at those visions, though. I mean, there's so much vision control coming in from Empire 1 here. And also, they have control of the jungle. That means they can do the Kraken anytime.
Yeah, but this can also be a potential Kraken steal.
Yeah, I mean, those are one of the ways.
Oh, but they actually went in, and look at that Finn. Finn is like paper, and Equest just got obliterated. Obliterated. Finn is not tanky enough to soak up any damage, either from Scar or from Idris.
I guess it was also counterproductive. I mean, you have a Sky and a Vox. I mean, these are mobile heroes.
Yeah.
So you would want to complement it with a very mobile room.
Like Grace.
And Finn
was Grace banned? She was not banned.
So Finn wasn't really the right pick. I mean, I think in their minds they were thinking of like a hero that would stick. That would
or
be Finn.
rely. Well, Finn has the Forced Accord, which will like be Finn will be left as a meat tank, but you know it wasn't enough tankiness apparently.
Yeah, I mean we lagged a bit, but actually I mean the obvious thing happened. We get the Kraken. Meanwhile here we see Sinova picking up an Echo. I mean a double Force Accord here.
I'm not so sure about the Echo because if you cannot tank the damage and you Force Accord all of them to you twice, well, you wouldn't live to use Echo.
Yeah, but I don't think it matters at this point. I think this game actually goes to Emperor 1 already here.
Oh, have faith. Maybe the two Force Accord will work. I mean, what's the Echo for? I mean, if you're not tanky enough, but you know, let's have faith and don't get it twisted.
They can still twist their fate here.
They can still twist their fate, but no Twisted Fate is going for the end
but actually they're gonna
here.
bring down.
Oh, they're going for the end game here.
But can they bring down this Kraken? I mean, they have.
Will
they can.
Will this be a Twisted Fate for Glory Empire Wars? No, but I think this is the game for them because that's still.
No, I think they can still put this Kraken down. I mean, you have a Sky here at least. I mean, you have the target lock.
But you have Twisted Fate. Okay.
We shall see. There we go. They actually.
Oh, so the Vainglory Crystal survives and Equest still in the game.
But this is gonna be so easy
and
for Empire 1. No, I mean, they have a Lyra here. I mean, they can just actually backdoor quite easily here. No question. This is gonna be an easy win for Empire 1 unless some weird thing happens.
Some weird thing. What weird thing are you trying to predict?
I don't know, maybe like
lag?
They lag somehow. I mean
disconnected.
Those are one of the things. I mean green actually.
Or Twisted Fate by basically walking to the fountain of Equest. This is anticlimactic.
Anticlimactic, and you see the body of Scarf here.
Just lay there. Viserion! Where's your Khaleesi? Yeah. So yeah, meanwhile you're watching us on twitch.tv and it's MeSA official. Reminder, this is the qualifiers for MeSA Invitationals at ESGS. So if you guys still want to join the Mobile Esports Arena monthly online, it is a different tournament. It's a different day. You can still join. Even if you qualify here in MeSA Invitationals, you can still play at the monthly online tournament. Okay, guys?
Well, here, I guess.
You know what? Oh, okay. Use the Echo and another Force Accord.
I guess those were the few times that the Force Accord actually hooked someone.
You really have to be careful with who you hook. I mean, if you hook an Idris, you're basically leaving your carries to a big threat. Idris can close the gap and dive in, shimmer strike, and then just delete. So you're basically like giving them the upper hand. You need to do that Force Accord.
Draft-wise, I mean, Equus lost already draft-wise. I mean, but they could have had a chance. I mean, as I said a while ago, I mean, it could have been down to the items.
So what do you think could have worked? I think it could have worked if like Sky was replaced with either a Samuel or a Celeste.
A Samuel would have been great, but a Celeste I think would have been better. I mean, against an Idris.
Celeste.
But again, I mean I think Sky. I mean they were sticking with that comfort pick. as it's very familiar.
Guys, read the update. Here. Well, anyway, yeah, so you're still watching us on twitch.tv. I'm Milski and this is Fang, and you just witnessed the first match that was streamed with Mobile Esports Arena Invitationals. It was, what's the team name?
Empire 1.
Empire 1 and
Equest.
So yeah, with who won?
Empire 1 winning.
With the landslides.
Snowballs.
Yeah, snowballs. Viserion! Anyway, yeah, we will be right back. We'll be taking a short break and we will see another game just shortly.